Templar Rogue actually looks pretty solid right now, and even though the stats are not super amazing for it, I still believe you might actually do pretty well with this deck if you really know how to play it. So I'm gonna give you a quick guide about it, talk about mulligans, win rates, as well as everything you need to know when you're playing with as well as against this deck. So I hope you find it helpful, and if you do, would be awesome if you drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget you can check me out live on stream each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But now, let's get into the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's the variant I used, and I gotta say it worked a lot better than I expected. The deck has quite the insane tempo, and you could even be dropping a frickin' Archon on the board as soon as turn 4, I'm not even kidding. Like, I don't even remember how the hell I did that. Well, I kinda do, but it was actually kinda insane. So yeah, what does this deck try to do? Well, you do have yourself the Kingslayers in here with which you could be doing some shenanigans with the opponent's hand, but you also obviously have the whole Dark Templar package with both Dark Templar and High Templar, and you even have Chrono Lord Deos, which I didn't really get to play, but in a more control-y matchup against a control warrior, let's say, you probably will need that too. We even have things like Puppet Master Dorian in here, with which you could be doing some pretty crazy things, and he's the only 5-drop in here too, so that does help you activate Elise. But as you notice, we no longer have the Scoundrels nor Sonya, so that does make it a little bit different than what it used to be. What we have instead is things like Deja Vu, things like Blink, the Kingslayer package, Elise, Puppet Master Dorian, Deos, and that's about it in terms of new cards. Going through the cards themselves, we do have ourselves a couple of preps with which you could actually prep Blink and get yourself 2 mana cheaper Dark Templar or High Templar straight out. You could also be prepping yourself things like Photon Cannon, things like Dubious Purchase, that kind of stuff. Shadow Step is also in here with which you could be using it on things like Space Rock Collector. Heck, you could even use it on your Templars so you can get him even cheaper and also get the effect out of him, like destroying a big minion with Dark Templar can be amazing, having huge AoE with High Templar could be huge, that kind of stuff. The Deja Vu, pretty good card, allows you to scout the opponent's hand as well as actually get yourself something cheaper. A lot of the time you will find yourself something like a cheaper Elise, a cheaper Ziliax, or right about anything. Like, it is gonna give you good amounts of information, and you also actually get to get a cheaper card out of the opponent, so it could be pretty awesome. The Space Rock Collector is one of the few things you could be doing on turn 1. It also allows you to combo off Dubious Purchase a little bit faster, and you don't really have any other combo cards in here aside from Blink, I guess, so that's about it. But yeah, both Blink and Dubious Purchase would be nice to get comboed off that way. Creature of Madness helps you with the curve, the Photon Cannon helps you with the discount. The Kingslayer is also nice, fishing out legendary minions for you. As you're gonna see, we have quite a few of those, but also potentially burning cards for the opponent can be pretty nice. A lot of the decks out there right now are pretty greedy when it comes down to hand size, so having an extra layer of making that uncomfortable for them could be nice, and yeah, at some point even King Lane could actually fuck him up. But a lot of the times when you're facing this deck, even if you do have King Lane in hand, don't bother playing him unless you literally have nothing else to do, because nobody really wants to be playing Garona. We're not really doing it about that life, we're just basically cycling cards. Robocolor also helps you big time with the cycle, and even if you top this guy and just straight out play it, that is gonna give you Artanis, which could be powerful, but a lot of the times you'd much rather wait for it to actually draw something like your Templars on time. And actually, if you time this right, you could even set up your Puppet Master Dorian, and that way guarantee drawing yourself an extra 1 mana Templar, because both the 6 manas are Templars indeed, so if this thing says 6, you are getting 1 for sure. Getting all of this card draw with this guy could be helpful, even though a lot of the time you might actually have some hand size issues, so be careful, but it would be a viable target for Shadow Step, let's say. Dubious Purchase also pretty great for the card draw, also getting you a big minion destroyed could be helpful, even though it's not gonna be guaranteed if there's more than one big thing. Elise the Navigator can also be hot. Going for the 1 mana location to get yourself an extra 1/1 copy could be amazing. That way you basically get to double up your Archons. Just don't get baited into thinking copying yourself something like a Templar would actually give you an Archon at the end. No, it doesn't do that. You literally need to play another Templar to merge into an Archon. So the only reason we're going for the copy would be to get ourselves an extra Archon after you've actually fused one together. Going for the Rushers could be interesting. Getting a little bit of armor could help. And you could even go for the 5 mana in some cases, but more often than not, going quicker would be better. Garona could be used to slash the opponent in half, but you really don't care about playing her. It's the last thing you're gonna do with your 4 mana. If you literally have nothing else to do, just tempo it. If you do, just do that instead. Grifta is also in here, with which you could be getting yourself some healing. You don't have too much in terms of survivability with this deck, so going for the 12 healing could help, but more importantly, going for the discount could really help, because you do have quite a few cards you want to be discounting lower, and this way you could be doing yourself a lot more powerful Templar plays a lot sooner, including even things with Deos. Shadow Stepping Grifta is also not the worst thing in the world. Getting 6 damage can be okay, stealing would be okay, heck, even card draw would be okay. So yeah, you have plenty of good outs with this guy. Puppet Master Dorian is also pretty awesome, and you could even do something like a turn 4 Puppet Master Dorian into Prep Blink, and that guarantees getting you a Dark Templar, or a High Templar that is. He's also the only 5 mana card in this deck, so that is an extra digit for your Elise, so don't pretend you want to be cutting him. He is pretty decent like this, but also sometimes he could be clunky, but he could be your win condition against lower matchups. Like for instance, if you're against the Control Warrior, you might even do something like wait till turn 4 or 5 and do something like Puppet Master Dorian, prep, blink, that kind of stuff, and that way you're gonna get yourself a lot more Dark Templars later, and you could even do them on a turn with Chrono Lord Deos, especially if you manage to get some discounts out of the Grifta. The Dark Templar is actually pretty awesome because it does have stealth and it also destroys a big minion for you, so you could leave it on the board and pretend the opponent's not gonna have some way to kill it. A lot of the times they actually won't. And after that you could follow up with another Templar, either a high or a dark, and that is still gonna give you a big ass Archon. It's also not the worst target in the world to get Shadow Stepped, and that way you're gonna be able to destroy another big man, and also this guy's gonna be discounted by 2. The High Templar also can be pretty valid, especially against aggressive decks that go super wide. And you are gonna see me being an idiot in the first game with this deck. I literally thought it was end of turn effect for some reason. Like, I literally did play this deck a lot before, but my dumbass for some reason for the longest time thought it's gonna be end turn effect. Technically it's an end turn effect on the Archon, but for the High Templar it is indeed a battle cry. It only happens once, so sticking this guy on the board for extra AoE ain't happening. So yeah, don't sleep on this fact. It is 2 damage AoE straight out, so it could be very important for you. Playing this guy and Shadow Stepping him against aggressive decks like Aggro Pallies, Pain Demon Hunters, and so on could be actually amazing, so don't sleep on the fact that this is actually one of the few ways Rogue has great AoE right now. Deos obviously would be doing best for you on a turn where you can get your Archons. That way you are going to have 4 damage AoE and 16 to the face, and if you're actually building the Archon in front of the Deos, that would also be, let's say, 4 damage to the opponent's face twice, so it would really be a ton of damage that way, but it is going to be quite the expensive combo unless you've actually gone every single discount in the game with Griftas, with Puppet Master Dorian, with the Photon Cannons, with the Artanis, and it's still going to be a decently expensive combo. Artanis is also decent in here. He is your 8 mana card, so you can definitely be happy about this guy. It's also the first thing you could be drawing with a Robocolor off the top, and honestly you could even replace Puppet Master Dorian with a Chrono boost. That would still be a 5 mana spell. Single copy of it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, even though you're going to be much happier if you actually get it through the blink, so Chrono boost might be a clunky card, but if you don't have Dorian, I'd say you could give it a shot. Artanis giving you Divine Shield plus 1 damage is also not bad, and a couple of Zealots also never hurt nobody, except for the opponent's face, and getting yourself 2 discount on both the Templars could be huge. And last but not least, we have Ziliax, which is your only straight out healing potential with the Twin Plus Perfect module, so you might be very happy to see him later, but usually games don't really last that long. For the matchups, any kind of Death Knight would apparently be terrible, and Aggro Demon Hunter is also on the bad side. Face Hunter apparently also went great, even though we managed to win against one. I think we also won against an Aggro Paladin, if I'm not mistaken. Psycho Rogue can be a little bit too quick, and apparently Midrange Shaman ain't your friend, even though I think we did win against one. I don't know. Watch the gameplay and see. Dragon Warrior also a little bit on the negative. All around, it does look like most of the popular matchups are actually not going to be super cash money for you, but I really do believe it is more of a skill issue than anything else. The deck actually can do some amazing things. Here's what the mulligans look like, going first and second for that matter. Creature of Madness is always going to be MVP. Space Rock Collector is great. Deja Vu, so you can do something on turn 1. Kingslayer is also pretty decent. Elise the Navigator straight out could be a great hold. Robocolor gives you a ton of card draw. Photon Cannon can be great. And Blink also makes a good amount of sense. If you're facing a slow matchup, even Dorian could be great. Prep can also be a keep, and same can be said for Dubious, but if you only have both of them going first at least. On the coin, I'd say the Dubious is much more keepable, but everything else does look quite the same, so mulligan accordingly. All around, that's it for the deck. Not the cheapest out of the lot, but definitely pretty fun and kinda feels fresh, not gonna lie. So I hope you enjoyed the guide, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be great. But now let's check out some of my games on my road back to top 1000 Legend. Hope you enjoy.
Face your worst nightmare.
Against the Huntered. Let's try like this. Moreau. And what the hell, face? In this economy? just get it out of here. Next turn, this guy. Turn after, we can not do that. So turn 4 play, way it goes. Could even do this next turn and play it. All options are kind of trash. This would be actually quite insane. Let's grab this, sure. Should I shadow step play it again? I can do that. They're all kind of fucky. The egg was actually kind of tempting, but not really. This guy decided to play some weird shit. Dubious purchase, not so hot against him though. How's it going, Arco? Arco Polo. Tall, he's wide. That's fucked. At least the Navigator. 5 mana at least sounds about right. A bunch of rushers and armor, perhaps. None of the above, of course, also works. Playing the good old game of chicken. Let's see who wins. Yeah, sounds good, man. I think we got him. He top decks RC Rampage, he's always gonna get a good outcome out of it. Probably, I would. As long as it doesn't snipe the 4/4, we're fine. Well, the 2 on it as well, I guess. We're a little bit too close for comfort. Next turn we do have the +2 attack and everything, so... I mean, if he buffs everything, he buffs everything. What can I say? There are a few top decks that kill me here, actually. That is 1 off lethal for him. No, it's more than 1 off. It's 2 off. Next turn I can steal his banana. He does need to clear everything here if he wants to be alive. Guess he's gonna trade everything. Oh, it's on. That's sticky. Shat. I think he actually figured it out, damn it. This guy could give something funky. I think we got shot on here. Close. It's literally free off lethal. Plenty of top decks that got us there, by the way. Not anymore, though. I mean, we do clear. Might as well get it. For some reason I thought this was gonna happen end of turn. I'm kinda dumb like that, aren't I? That was actually good enough.
This was an honorable fight.
Did I have lethal if I just straight out played it? 2 damage, 3 damage. It was 1 off, wasn't it?
The Lich King. All will serve me in death.
Blink in the house.
Nightmare.
Dubious not as big a keep here, especially against all the tokens this guy can have early. That Ember. That ain't bad as well. Use that later. And there's that anti-dubious purchase bullshit. Another one. This ain't too bad. Neither is this, but I think setting up my top Kex is a bit better. Yeah, let's grab that. Which deck do I recommend the most? I mean, mid-range Shaman is cracking, Ravenous Felhunter is real strong. Oh damn, I can get both of them with a discount. I'm actually gonna do that. Before I start doing this, so we can actually fish them out.
I need a vacation from my vacation.
Okay, I really want this. This could be okay soon. This also could be interesting. Ravenous is good enough like that right now, man. Just go with that. Very nice. Can get a 1 mana at least in next turn, get a copy of the 8/8.
I remember this place well.
Looks kind of busted. No chrono boost in this deck, kind of feels wrong, but it is kind of expensive now, isn't it?
I remember this place well.
We are burning the top cap for him. There we go.
Hey, having fun yet?
I mean, next turn, this guy's dead. It's kind of hilarious like that, but it's turn 6 and this guy's dead as fuck, yeah? Scary efficient this curve. Scary efficient this curve. We have 16 damage straight out. Is bit easy in it. Bit easy in it. Kinda insane. Kinda insane. How do you like them Templars? Templars Maximus. That was efficient as hell. Turn 6. Turn 6 right there. Huh.
Versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! Face your worst nightmare!
Going second a dubious could help. Against the warrior. Not sure how I feel about that, but we could get a lot of stuff. Especially if we combo off with Puppet Master Dorian into Blink. That'd be interesting. Okay, he's a Dragon Warrior, however, so everything we said was not exactly true. It's okay. Could have been better, could have been worse. I think I'm gonna leave the coin for now. I wanna probably dubious on free.
What horror will hatch? Step forth into the time waves!
Oof. That's kind of fucked. A lot of Templars in the mix. If I blink the last Templar, he'd be a free mana. For Deus? What do you mean? Oh, you mean for the dubious? Yeah. Good old doobie ass. This guy doesn't have much in terms of, fuck. Removal from hand. He probably will, though. But I think I'm gonna go like this, and next turn, Dark Templar. He doesn't kill it on board, but he will soon. I know he can, but we gotta stop him from developing. We're not planning on this thing sticking, we're just planning on not dying, you know? And if it actually sticks, well, then we're doing stuff. Wow, look at that. Nothing but a face thing? Fascinating behavior. I respect it. Okay, in this case I gotta go with 2 damage AoE again, don't I? 2 damage AoE again does that. Gotta do this first. Gotta do this second. Sitting at 7 health, not the amount of health I want to be sitting at. He could have 6 damage twice. 6 mana, 5 damage twice, that is. Let's watch. If he doesn't, next turn I could at least get a 1 mana copy and fuck him up. That is how that play starts. At least can clutchy. At least can clutchy. Fuck it with a clutchy. Okay. Okay, imagine. Imagine, guys. How the fuck did we do that? How the fuck did we do that? Please give me the copy, though. Frank. Brock. Frank. Brock. I could have done one more, who cares? That was kind of insane, not gonna lie. That game definitely did not look like it's ours. If I didn't know any better, I was gonna say, we're not winning that one, Chief. If I was a betting man, I'd be betting against me right there. And I'd still do everything I can to win, because I'm an idiot like that. Demon Hunter. Let's see what that do.
You dare enter my realm. Face your worst nightmare.
I don't like that. It's a lot of card draw. Shiva.
Rock number 802, welcome to the collection.
This thing draws them Califero and Elise, which is kind of counterproductive to what we're trying, but still. One 6 draws me a Templar. And even Artanis. Might as well. I'm gonna do that first so we don't accidentally draw Artanis first. Could also Shadow Step the 3/2 to draw even more. Let me think about it though. It's gonna be a 1 mana. Am I gonna have room for it? The way things are going, I don't think I'm gonna have room for it. Yeah, I don't think I have room for another Robo-Color anytime soon, so fuck that. These guys don't heal much, by the way, so this damage is sticking. How's it going, Danny? Welcome, welcome, bud. It could do be here.
Rot number 802, welcome to the collection.
I'm gonna.
Rot number 802, welcome to the collection.
Can't complain, can't complain. Dude is taking way too damage for the amount of healing he does not have in the deck. The only healing he has would be from the 3 mana weapon. The Broxigar 3 mana weapon, that is. Sure wish I already had a discount, I can tell it how much. Let's get ourselves a 1 mana copy. And Zilly, if he plays it, they usually don't. Nowadays, at least they don't. No copy, you say. Roger, roger. Fuck.
Such unique
My hand is full.
Full burn, by the way. That's not too great for him.
I remember this place well.
Well, next turn I can just destroy the 5/5, turn after. Almost kill him. I mean, next turn if he doesn't taunt, he dead. Last shot for him to get his blobby boy. He wanted to be on the blob, which is a gentleman's way of saying when a woman's in her period in the greatest of Britain. On the blob. She is on the blob. Is. Well, this deck definitely performs, don't it? This deck performing pretty well.
Versus the Lich King.
Probably not.
Shall escape my wrath.
Mix by.
Face your worst nightmare.
Think I like that. Think I like that. Wow, double blink again. If you blink, you'll miss it. If this guy tempos out, I could actually consider waiting for Puppet Mask just so we can get ourselves extra. Templars that way. By the way, with the nerf to the 5 mana pirate discounting only by 2, now you can still actually do Dark Templar discounts, but with what's her face? But it's kind of hard. Always with the 1/1s. Deos in the hoose. Not gonna draw him right now. Could end up being important to wait for Puppet Master. Double blinks like that give me so much extra Puppet Master action. Guess I can do this now.
Number 802, welcome to the collection.
Could even consider coining it if this guy keeps on pumping me. I mean, I could actually coin it, and next turn just prep this. He doesn't have a great destroy on it. So next turn I can fucking do it again.
I remember this place well.
Would be nice to get the Dark Templar here. It's a 50-50. If we don't get the Dark Templar, I basically gotta trade first. There's the Dorian play though. Gee, man. If he has the 5 mana location of Rushers plus 2 attack, that 8/8 dies next turn. Whereas if I wait for Dorian, I have a guaranteed double up out of him. I don't know, man. Maybe he didn't get it. There's that Dark Man. Turn 4 Dark Templar, by the way. I mean, Archon, actually. Oh, come on, man. Exactly that. Of course it's exactly that. Sure. 4 Shoresies. Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. Well, that's pretty fucked. What you gonna do? I'm gonna tempo this turret, because at this point I don't have any more blinks, so I just gotta get lucky with him. Just gotta get jiggy with it. Of course you did top deck that. Of course you did top deck that. But of course. Emphasis on the but. Wouldn't mind top decking the Kingslayers. Be a lot cooler if I did. That's also pretty decent.
Rot number 802, welcome to the collection.
Deja vu. Couple of suckers. 4 mana suckers or Creature of Madness right now. Next turn he is probably sugging. I can suck him back.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
Oh, that's something a Dark Templar can handle. Problem is the leeches can handle him. Ooh, he's stealing. This draws me Artanis if I want it. Do I want Artanis? Does help me pull some crap off, like a double chrono.
What card?
It's gonna be a while though. Get a photon cannon, ain't too bad. Templar was actually kind of safe under the veil, but probably not. It's a lot of damage he has. Fuck, I'm dead. If he gets the +5, that is, and he fucking does. Well, that was funny, but not for me. 24. Not even. Yeah, that was kind of on the dumb side. We were dumbfounded. We tried. All he had to do is not have that location, but he fucking did. Turn 4, Artonis. Archon, more like you. Kinda insane still. Kinda insane game, that one. Based, gambled, and lost.